All right, so lots of questions last week about the Tesla Standard Range Model Y and how it disappeared from the menu.
Right. First, they lowered the price by $1,000, and then it disappeared.
And so Jason said, why was the Standard Range Y removed?
Elon said it's still available off menu, but I don't think the range in many drive conditions yet meets Tesla's standard of excellence.
So Jason went on to say, does this mean that the long-range rear-wheel drive reservations will be made to offer more range? You mentioned that a while back.
And Elon said we have too much product complexity already. So
what's he talking about?
So what Jason is talking about is the long-range rear-wheel drive Model Y.
But they don't make that.
Correct. You have to get a dual motor Model Y if you want to get the long range.
Wait, so why does he want a rear-wheel drive one?
It would be slightly more efficient. It would be slightly cheaper. So that's kind of why Jason wants that. I think that there's a couple reasons why you wouldn't want a rear-wheel drive long-range Model Y.
Okay.
Of course, I mean, keeping in mind, I do want the cars to be cheaper. But with dual motors, you're going to have less tire wear on one set of wheels, that being the one that has the motor on it, because it's doing all the acceleration and all the braking, or the lion's share of braking. You have a lot more tire wear on the rear-wheel drive cars. And secondly, in any kind of inclement weather, having all-wheel drive is a really, really nice feature and makes Tesla's cars safer.
Now, Sam Corris from ARK Invest tweeted this out. Tesla won over California early. In 2020, it seems to have started winning over the rest of the U.S. And you can see from this chart that basically in 2020, we're starting to see that less sales are in California, which means that more are in the rest of the country. And Elon said, this is not about winning anyone over. We are production limited. The reason we are making our own cells is to supplement max production of suppliers. Even moving at full speed, they cannot build enough cells. An official Pope of Muscanity said, this is the reason that you're going into mining too, right? They cannot mine enough ethically sourced metals for your needs. And Elon said,
nickel is our biggest concern for scaling lithium-ion cell production. That's why we are shifting standard range cars to an iron cathode, plenty of iron and lithium.
All right, so this is big news then, that they're actually going to be doing what they've already started doing in Giga Shanghai, which is to make LFP batteries for the standard range cars. And I'll mention one big reason for doing this. Let's take a look at the spot nickel prices, which are up about 15% this year.
Right, and this is exactly what they talked about during Battery Day, that they're going to diversify their battery portfolio to have like shorter ranged vehicles have lithium iron phosphate. Then you have the lower nickel batteries for, you know, your average cars, and then higher nickel batteries for the longer range vehicles.
Now, Hersimeren said, will other automakers face the exact same issue when they get into numbers that you're doing now?
Elon said, absolutely.
So let's just put this in perspective here. The Model 3 Standard Range Plus has a range of 263 miles.
Yep.
The Standard Range Model Y did have a range of 250 miles before they pulled it.
Right.
So I guess this is the area where they would be putting the LFP batteries eventually.
Right. I mean, he said for the standard range, but of course you can't go out and buy a standard range from the Tesla website. So does this mean that they keep expecting people to buy all of these off-menu Model 3s? Like, I get why they would do off-menu, but it seems like unless you want to have a small number of standard ranges, which I get, I guess, like, it's just so weird to me.
Hey everybody, thanks so much for watching Now You Know Clips.
You can watch full episodes of Tesla Time News on Mondays and in-depths on Fridays. Just click the link down below to head over to the Now You Know channel.